Welcome back, guys. In this edition of the tutorial, we are going to see how to model what you are seeing on the screen in Revit structure. I think since 2017 Revit has combined its three products, that is the Revit MEP, the Revit architecture and Revit structure into one. So if you've not subscribed, kindly click on the subscribe button and the notification icon to get notification for our subsequent videos. You can like and share our videos with your colleagues so that they'll get to also enjoy what you are enjoying. So without wasting much time, let's get to the business proper. So guys, this is what we are trying to model in Revit structure so that we'll be able to export to structure analysis program like the ETABS and the robot structural analysis, another Autodesk product. So this is our ground floor and this is our first floor. The first thing we're expected to do is to be able to export this into Revit, and to do that you have to save it as a separate TWG file. I've already shown you previously, but if you don't know, if you can't remember, or you are just joining us, all you need to do is to click on the Save As. After separating your project, this comes up. I've already saved my own as Revit project, so you just click on the Save and ensure you know the folder you are saving it into. So that being done, let's go to our Revit structure to go and import our DWG, because I've already saved my own. So we'll go to Revit. So when you put on your Revit, this is what comes up. So you go to New. We are not using the construction template, we are using the structural project template. So you go to Browse, you go to this, then you go to US metric. This is the template we are using, structural analysis default metric. You click on it and you say Open. Then this comes up, you say OK. It usually takes a bit to load, so let's wait for it to load. And finally it has come up. So the next thing we're expected to do is to import our DWG. To import our DWG, we'll go to Insert, we'll go to Import Card. After going to Import Card, you see it's not here, so we have to locate the folder where you saved it. So you can go back here, or rather go to Documents. That's where I saved my AutoCAD CAD files. So I have Revit project. Yeah, that is it. So I'll come here and ensure that I have my unit, exact same unit I used in the drawing, which was millimeter. I'll put it to millimeter, and I don't want to import it to level 2 but instead level 1. So I'll click on OK, then I'll click on Open. So it's loading. Let's give it time for it to load. It's taking time, but let's wait for it. I believe we should load in any moment from now. Okay, I think I'll just okay, it's coming up. It brings up this warning because we are on level 2 and the DWG we loaded is in level 1, so we just tell it to cancel. So we'll go back to our level 1, and here is it, we have it. So you can click on it and try to move it to a position where you want, but to do that you have to unpin. So you unpin, you click on Move, select any part of it, and let's move it to somewhere like this, so it's okay. Don't forget to pin it back after moving it, so that when you start your drawing, finally it won't move away from the position where you want it. So you click away from it. So I like to start my drawing by actually defining my levels, and to do that I have to go to maybe, let's say, south elevation. So we already have 2 levels in place. This is how each template in Revit usually comes up. So to define my level, I'm supposed to have a foundation, a ground level, a first floor, and a roof. So to do that, I'll go back to structure, I'll click on level, then I'll click on offset. Or before doing that, let's define these ones first. Let's escape twice. Let's cancel. Okay, we have this, so let's define it. This will be my ground floor, so I can label it GRD FL ground floor. So the distance for my ground floor to my first floor, I want it to be like 3,500. So let's say 3,500. So I have this. So I will also rename this to my first floor. That is that. Yes. Then now let's try to generate our foundation level and our roof level. So let's go to structure level. So we say peak line and tell it to offset to, let's say, 3,200 for the roof level. So I think I'm on peak line. So you see it appears up. I click on it, it comes up. Then I also need to offset, let's say my foundation should be about 1,500 from the ground level. So I have this. So it's this. So you see it comes up with minus because it's going down. So I'm going to relabel this. Okay, sorry, it's still generating more levels as I'm clicking, so I have to escape. So I have to do like this. So let's label this foundation FDN. Let's leave it like that. Let's say yes. Then I'll come here and also change this to rename it to roof level. So that is that. So we now have our levels perfectly in place. So the next thing I like to do is to define my analytical levels for my corresponding levels. So I'll go to this, the project browser. I'll click on ground floor. I'll right click. After right clicking, I'll go to duplicate view. I'll say duplicate, not duplicate with detail, just duplicate. After duplicating, it comes up with a copy. I will now come and say I'll still right click on that copy and rename it to analytical. Let's have it as analytical. Back analytical. So click away. So we have analytical. We go to, we don't need to do that for the foundation. Let's go to the first floor. Let's duplicate. After duplicating, we rename also. So we have analytical. You understand why we are doing all these things as the project progresses. So let's go to roof finally and duplicate, and let's also rename it. Let's rename it to analytical also. Roof analytical. So we have that. So for all our analytical layers, we have to apply our project templates on them. So we click on each analytical, we right click, go to apply template properties. So we'll go to structural analytical isolated and click on OK. We'll go to our ground floor, right click, apply structural analytical, OK. Then we also go to our roof analytical, right click, apply structural analytical isolated, OK. So after doing that, we'll have to go back to our ground floor. On our ground floor now, what we need to do next is to draw our grid lines. And to draw our grid lines, on the structure tab rather, click on grid. On grid, click on peak lines. After clicking on peak lines, all you need to do is to select your imported grid lines, and you see Revit automatically labels it here, but I want it in two directions. So what I will do is come here and say edit type. I'll click on plan views symbol. I'll click on top also. So I say okay. So you see it's now appearing in both directions. So I will have to continue picking my lines like that. Finally we have this. So we're back to this side. So clicking on here, you see it continues as 7, but I have to tell Revit that I'm making a change. So I click on there, insert my alphabet, then click away. So you see it automatically changes. So subsequently Revit automatically identifies that you are changing the whole grid to alphabet. So you just need to keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking, clicking, and I think that is all. So guys, with your grids done, that brings us to the end of this edition. In the next edition of the tutorial, we are going to see how to draw your columns and your beams and do other subsequent things. So if you are just joining us in this edition of the tutorial. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click the notification icon to get notifications for subsequent videos. Like and share our videos. This is EINSTEIN AJ's. Cheers.